everybody, it's Nancy Westfall from the Colorful Cookie. I have been trying to get everything shared and working here on the back end. So welcome to my tutorial for the Pearls and Lace Sugar Show. FCSA, Frosting Creators of San Antonio. Thank you, Melinda, for inviting me. I thought I would show something very simple that a lot of people don't know how to do. But once they figure out how easy it is, they'll be whipping these royal icing transfers out like crazy. There are many, many ways to do this, but so many people want to learn how to use Canva. I love Canva. I use it all the time. I use it for my graphics for Cookie-A-Thon, for my graphics for my social media. I use it for royal icing transfer templates. I create PDFs for all of my events that I share with the instructors that do Cookie-A-Thon. I make my PDFs for the Colorful Cookie Club. So the possibilities are endless. Yesterday I did a little tutorial when I did my test on how to make phone wallpaper. You can do so many things with this software. What I'm going to be showing you today is the free version. So in case you don't know who I am the owner of the Colorful Cookie. I'm the creator of the Colorful Cookie Club, where I teach people how to design cookie stencils and cookie cutters. I have some here from our tutorials last week. We did a camping theme. I always center everything around a theme. We do multiple part. This is a s'mores multiple part cookie stencil. And then we also make coordinating cookie cutters. That's a sleeping bag and a campfire and a s'more. So if any of you are ever interested in learning how to customize your own cutters and stencils, that's what I teach in the Colorful Cookie Club. I also am the creator of Cookie-A-Thon. That's the largest online cookie decorating event in the world. It happens 2 times a year, in the spring and in the late fall, usually end of March, 1st of April, or mostly the beginning of November. That way people have time to come in and view before the holidays hit. So I hope that you will join us in the Cookie-A-Thon Facebook group. Melinda, thank you for putting on this event. This is awesome, and I know that this group has grown tremendously over the past few weeks. I've been watching that number climb, so congratulations to you for that. Now, what I will say about your comments, if you're making them as I'm teaching and talking, I won't be able to answer them unless I happen to look over here at my screen. I've got you on 2 screens over here. But while I'm going through this, I'll probably answer your questions, even though I haven't read them, maybe as I go. But I will go back and check your comments when I am finished. So welcome to this tutorial to learn how to make royal icing transfer templates using Canva. And I am using the free version. So if you're not convinced that you want to pay for this, I'll call it an app, because there isn't a desktop app. There's a phone app. I am on the website, but if you are one of those people that takes pictures of your cookies on your phone, which most people are, you can have the Canva app right on your phone. You can bring that photo in as an upload, and you can put your logo or your watermark right over your photo in Canva. You just have to upload your logo, and it's in there. And I'll show you how to upload items as well. But let's get started. I'm going to change you to my screen here, and you'll see me in the corner at the bottom. But hopefully, yesterday when I pulled it up, it was a blank screen, and I had to do some clicking to get it to pop up, but hopefully it will. So I'm also sharing with you, by the way, let me just show you what we're making. I'm going to be sharing with you, and Melinda, I believe, has my link. So maybe if she's watching, she can post the link for you to download these in the comments. They are a PDF file, so all you have to do is download them. You'll need to double click. I believe I zipped it up or compressed it. So you'll need to double click on it to open it, or if you're on a PC, I believe you have to extract it. But I've got, and these are, my printer was running out of ink, so they're light. But I did a set of summer royal icing transfer templates, and there are 4 here. There's also a palm tree royal icing transfer template too. And then I actually have made more since I started this. You can kind of go crazy when you're doing this. I started the alphabet And I also made a golf green, and we're going to make some more today. So I will be sharing all of these with you in the comments below here. And I believe when I do my newsletter, I haven't done the newsletter for May. I'm a little bit behind on that for the colorful cookie. I will send a link out to all of these also in that newsletter. So if you want to sign up for the newsletter, just go to thecolorfulcookie.com and you can do that there. And I send out free things every time I do a newsletter, which is about once a month. I try not to bombard people. All right, so let me click here to go. There it is. See, it's dark. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now you can see it because I'm looking at it over here on my screen, I think. Hang on. There we are. Let me pull it up again just to make sure. Got it. Okay. So when you go to canva.com, you create your free account. Now, I also have a paid account. So right now I'm logged into my free account, and you're going to see it, or you're going to see the free account just as if you would if you started your own account. The paid account gives you lots more access to images and to templates and to all kinds of things. So you are a little bit limited when you have the free version, but I suggest playing around with the free version first. And then if you want it, you can purchase it. I believe they have a monthly option. I pay for it yearly because it's less expensive. I think when I signed up, it was $119 a year. It might be a little bit more than that now. But you're going to see over here, it says personal. And this little icon is a person, and there's one person in this account. That's me. You can also create teams to work together with other people. And this button is Try Canva Pro. Now, that is if you want to purchase it, but we're not going to. But anytime you see this little crown, that's a paid feature of this software. Right now, I'm on the home page. And on the home page, you're going to see you might want to try, and they give you all these options. There's a lot of things in here. These templates are pre-made for social media, creating your own logo, posters, all kinds of things. Down here, you're going to see recent designs. And because this is my free version that I started so that I could do this tutorial for you, you can see I have a few designs in here that I've created. You can see this is the picture that I use on most things that I put out for people. And then Summer Royal Icing Transfer Template, Golf Green. This is my grid. I put a grid on here, and I'll show you that. Some people might want to use a grid, but we can use the align tools to align these things perfectly every time. This is wallpaper that we created yesterday. And you see how I hover? If I hover here, it will show me all of the pages inside of this project. And here, if I hover on this one, it tells me 2 of 3 and 1 of 3. And if I hover, it will change 3 of 3. So that's, if you want to see something or what's in a project quickly, you just hover over it. In this one, this is 1 of 2. This is one I started working on. This one is the alphabet, and you see how I'm hovering and it's showing me what is in this project. So if you click on these 3 dots up here, you can make a copy of this project, move it to a folder, which I would suggest if you are just starting to use Canva. Be organized and put your projects or your files or designs in a folder. It makes life so much easier. The more you put in here, the more organized you will want to be. You can see the other options here as well: download, move to trash, and view link only, and share. So I can share these projects with you. If you have Canva, you should be able to open them. Actually, I believe now, I think I could actually share a project with you, and you don't even have to have a Canva account. That's what I read yesterday. If I save it as a PDF, you can just open it. And it says you don't have to have Canva. So, another thing here, if you want to edit the title of your design, you click on the little pencil, and it will allow you to type in a new title here. Underneath, you can see 8.5 by 11 Royal Icing Transfers. It just gives you a description of what you created here. All right, so I'm just going to show you what I've created, and then I'm going to show you how I created it. First, let's go to projects. So these are all my projects right here, recent projects. These are the folders that I have created to keep me more organized. Now, purchase, start, and uploads, if you click on uploads, these are all the things that I have uploaded. I'll go back to projects there. If you click on Royal Icing transfers, this is the folder with all of my transfers inside. Then if I click on wallpaper, this is the phone wallpaper that I created yesterday. So I'm clicking right here to go back to projects. And you can also click over here on all projects. But let me show you something that I have created. We'll just pop this one up because this is the one I'm sharing with you with the link I gave to Melinda. And if she's not here, I don't know if she is. I haven't looked at the comments. She can share the, oh no, look, she did share it. Thank you, Melinda. She shared the link. So you'll be able to download these. So this, you can see here, I have my logo and Royal Icing transfer template words here. You can always create these in color and print them in black and white. Some people like their Royal Icing transfer templates just to be that black outline. You can certainly upload anything that you draw in Procreate or anything you find that's black and white lines. You can do anything you want, basically. You're the designer. This is what I say in all of my video tutorials and lives in the club. You're the designer. You get to do what you want. So this one I did a little bit differently. I put a line here and just Royal Icing transfer template and my logo at the bottom. So you can decide how you want to create your template. And if you have an Etsy shop or if you have a shop and you want to sell these, you can export these as a PDF file. You can sell these. Decide what information you want to put on here. You may want to put your web address here on the bottom. But these are the ones that I created to share with you. And let me go back now. I'm going to click on home up here in the upper left-hand corner. And now that I'm back home, you can see again, recent designs right here. You can click on projects to see everything I've created. I have 2 templates you'll notice here that are blank. Now I created those so that I would always have a working copy to start from. This one, I put the grids, they are 8.5 across. You know, you can use these grids to place things, but there is a very simple tool in Canva that will allow you to align things perfectly every single time. But some people kind of like the grid. So I thought, well, I'll make one with a grid and I'll make one without. So I can start from this template every single time by clicking these 3 dots and make a copy. But before I do that, I want to show you how to create the design all together. And then I'll show you how to make a copy and work from this original every single time, especially if you have your logo and a heading in here the way that you want it. So up here in this corner where it says create a design, you click on that. And you have all different options here. It gives you, you know, these 3. You can click more on these arrows. Now, keep in mind that some of these things are going to be for the paid version, but you can just simply create a custom size. And that's generally what I do most of the time. So the width and the height, we're not working in pixels. We're going to click here. We're working in inches. So the width of the paper is 8.5 inches by the height being 11, and create new design. And here we are with our piece of paper 8.5 by 11. So over here now it automatically pops up to design. All these templates are available in here for you, but we're not going to use any of these templates. We're going to create our own. So I am going to go here to text. See the word text on this side? And I am going to add a text box. I can also, these are default styles. You can just click on add a heading if you want to, and it makes it large. I don't really want it that large, but you can click here to, I'm just going to click on that and press delete. You can also add your own text box here. And I'm going to type in, well, what's going on with my text box? That's kind of weird. I don't know what it's doing there. It was coming in very, very skinny. Royal Icing transfer template. Now, I want this to be larger. I can drag this out right here to make this font larger. And anytime my cursor turns into this like 4 arrows here, see those 4 arrows? Or if I just grab it, I can move this. Now it's pretty large. I can also change the font size right up here. So I'm going to come down here and highlight that. And then I can use the minus sign to make it smaller. I can actually type in a number here if I wanted to make it 16 and hit enter. And so that will allow me to change the size of my text. But maybe I want to put my, now this is going to be my template, remember, and see how that purple line shows up? That purple line is telling me that that text is right in the center. Now maybe I want to add my logo to the bottom here. So under, you can see we have elements right here. Gosh, there's a ton of elements here, and we'll get to those in a minute. But I actually want to click on uploads because I want to upload my own logo. You're going to see I've already done that down here. I'm going to click on upload files, and then I have in one of these folders, I have logos, and I have logos everywhere actually. Let me see if I can do the colorful cookie logo, and let's do, I want a PNG. I'm going to do this one right here and click open. And it's going to bring my logo in right here. Now, if you have a paid account, you actually have a section. It's called the Brand Hub. You can put your logo or logos in there. You can set your color, your hex codes for all of your colors in your logo. But if you don't have the paid version, you can't do that. So I just simply upload my logo. And I'm going to reduce it by dragging it in here. And I can put it down here at the bottom. I can put it up here at the top. Maybe I just want to put it in the center. I'm going to bring this down. And maybe if I'm sharing this with people, I want to put my web address down here. So I'm going to go back to text. And I'm just going to, whoa, that's way too big. Let's undo that. Let's do this one. www.thecolorfulcookie.com. Now I can put this at the bottom, and it certainly doesn't need to be that big. So just so that people know where to find me, especially if I'm giving this away or if I'm selling this. All right, I'm going to put that right there. So this could be another template. Right here, see how it says add a heading? That's because when I put in the text, that was the text inside of it. But I'm going to call this Royal Icing Transfer template. And you can have more than one project. Well, I can't type today, of course. You can have more than one project named the same thing. It doesn't matter in Canva. So you can put Royal Icing Transfer template. Sometimes I'll put working copy if it's the one I always work from, just so that I know that this is the one I work off of. Then I click out here just to set that title of this design. I'm going to come over here to File and Save to Folder right away. I always put everything in a folder because if I don't, I won't be able to find it again. I'll have to search for it, and I don't like that. So right here under Royal Icing Transfers, did you see that? These are the 2 folders I've created. I'm going to click on that one and click Save. I can also create a new folder from here. If I was creating social media images, I would create new and call it Facebook images or something. But I want to put it in the Royal Icing Transfers. All right, I'm going to save that. And then it tells me it's been added to my folder. I can go to the folder if I click right there. And it's going to bring me into this folder where my transfers are. Now, you're going to see it takes a minute for it to register this design and for it to pop up. But the name of it is still add a heading. So I'm going to click that little pencil and name this. Oh, and I call, you guys, I cannot type. I'm a terrible typist. Okay, and I called it working copy. I'm a great designer. I'm a terrible typist. My typing teacher never taught me how to put my fingers in the right position, and I formed bad habits. All right, So that's our working copy. If I want to use a working copy to create a new design, I'm going to choose this one because I like it the best. I'm going to come right up here to these three dots and I'm going to click Make a Copy. And what you're going to see is it will tell me Copy of Royal Icing Transfer Template. Well, right away, I'm going to rename that because this one is going to be Flip Flop. And you can even shorten this, RI Transfer. And see, I wasn't lying, was I? I am a terrible typist. Okay, and then I'm going to click on it to open it. And it's going to open with this already in place. And all I have to do is bring in my image. So I'm going to click Uploads. And you'll see here, I uploaded this flip-flop already and the seashell. I uploaded several things, but I'm going to click here on Upload Files. And I want to go back to my desktop, Hello Summer Stickers. And you guys, you can find free clip art everywhere, everywhere. This is from a really cool little website called Art Hub. And they have freebies every single day. I'm going to upload the PNG, and that just means it has a transparent background. You can also use JPEG files. So let's upload the flip-flop because that's what I called it. So I'm going to click on it. However, you can upload more than one image at a time. If I know I want to make the popsicle, I've already got the sun in there and the starfish and the pail, the glasses. Maybe I want to add the watermelon. Maybe I want to add the ice cream cone. So you can upload more than one. I'm going to click Open. And once I do that, you're going to see all these images come in right over here. And you can also upload, by the way, from these other drives like Dropbox, Google Drive, and all those other areas, but I'm not going to do that. And I think you can do that with the free version even. I've never done it with the free version, but I do it all the time with my paid version. So let's go ahead and click right here on the flip-flop, and it's going to bring it into place. I'm going to resize this, and as you resize, you're going to see the dimensions as I'm resizing it. So if you know your cookie is going to be 3 inches and you want a pair of flip-flops on it, that's 1.6 inches high. That's going to cover, about half your cookie if you have a 3-inch cookie. So you can see that this is purple and green and it has that white outline around it. Well, if you want a black outline around it, it's really easy to do. You just click Edit Photo and you can click Shadows here and Outline. And once I click the outline, I can make the outline. See how I'm making the black outline bigger? If you want that black outline there, it's entirely up to you, but there are a lot of things you can do to make changes to these photos when you click Edit Photo. I can even come back here. I click the back button there. These items here with the crown are for the pro version, for the paid version. There are filters if you ever want to change the color of something. You can even come down here, and if you don't want your Royal Icing Transfer templates in color, you can, this is mono, you can actually change it to gray or black. See that? And you can always do it in color and print it in black and white. I don't like to change mine. I like there to be no filter, so I'm going to select none. Now let's get these get this thing lined up. So CB, and that's obviously going the wrong way. So position, let's see, let me flip this. I want to flip it horizontally so I can make a pair of flip-flops, okay? So when you click here, you get all these options. This toolbar will pop up. You can click flip right here, horizontal or vertical. So now I have a nice little pair of flip-flops. I'm going to scoot them apart just a little bit. I don't know if you... I am horrible at Royal Icing Transfer templates because never fails, my hand on this side gets into the next Royal Icing Transfer template. I'm always sticking a finger or something in it. So I'm going to spread these apart just a little bit. And so I think we can probably get 3 pairs on each line. So now that I have these, and they are lined up, do you see those lines telling me that everything is lined up perfectly? The dotted lines going across. horizontally. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag over these. And right here, I can click group. You can also use the keyboard shortcut, Command G or Control G on a PC. So I'm going to click group here. Now that I have these, I want to duplicate them so that I can get 3 going across the page. So I use keyboard shortcuts in everything that I do because my workflow gets faster that way. And I always tell everybody, I can play my keyboard like a piano. I just know I know what to click and or push, and it just makes things happen so much faster. So Command C, Command V, and now I have 3. And I'm going to spread them apart, and they don't have to be perfect because I'm going to use the tools in Canva to align them. So I click and drag over all of them, and I'm going to click, I already did it accidentally, sorry, I did it too fast. I'm going to click horizontally, and see how everything is grayed out here? That means that everything is in alignment perfectly. I'm going to group those again just to make sure that they stay together. Now again, we're going to do the same thing. When we make a transfer template here, we do the same thing over and over and over, just like when we design a stencil or a cookie cutter or a bag topper or a tag. You tend to use the same tools over and over. Command C, Command V, Command C, Command V. And I'm going to scoot these down. And we're just going to get these in place. And I don't want too many on here because, like I said, my hand's going to bump them. And you can put as few as you want. So I'm going to click and drag over all of these now. And the reason you see a bounding box around each row is because I grouped each row together. And now over here, position is selected still. I am going to, you can click tidy up, and it will tidy everything up horizontally and vertically. And I know that because these are grayed out, that everything is in position as it should be. Now, if you're worried about your printer not printing the entire page, you know how if you run off the side or something, I usually just make sure that I have a good margin around all these edges. So there you go. There's your Royal Icing transfer template for flip-flops. And so if I wanted to share that with you, I click right up here on share, and then I can click on template link, and I can actually share this as a template with you so that you'll have it to come in and make changes. Copy, and then I would just share this link. So anyone with this link can use this design as a template. Sign in is required, but you won't know who has made copies of the design. And I can also click on download, and I can choose right here PDF, either best for printing or PDF standard, either one. This is for emailing, this is for printing. And I can click download and download this as a PDF for you all to print. I can flatten it if I want to, and if you hover over the I, it says flattening your PDF can help ensure prints properly. This I is for information. So you can choose to flatten it, click download, and it will think for just a minute. And it's really thinking, isn't it? Then right here, it's already in the folder for FCA because I was in here earlier. I'm going to click save. And then what I can do if I want to create more pages in this transfer template, I can click to duplicate this page or add a page. If I click add a page, it adds a blank page, and I can come right up here and I can hold down shift and grab both of those. See how they're both selected? Command C, come down here to this page, Command V, and it will put them in the exact same spot. And maybe this time I want to make the watermelon. Now let me show you another little trick about, well, adding outlines. See, remember this one? I went to edit photo and I chose this shadow, and outline to add that black outline around. I gotta select it first. Or if I don't select it first, Canva doesn't know what I'm telling it to do. I want to choose outline around this. I can up this outline a little bit if I want to. And you don't have to add the outline, but let me show you this. If you have an image in here, do you see how this watermelon doesn't have an outline, but this one does? You can click this copy and paste style. So I am going to click on this one, paste style. I'm going to click on this one. Hang on. And I want to paste the style to this one. I always do this. See, I just undid it. Let me go back. All right, I want the black line there, and I want to paste the style onto this one. So, well, first of all, I want to copy the style. And then I want to paste it onto this one, okay? So you can paste a style. You can do this with fonts. If you type in text in one font and you have other text in a different font, you can paste the style right here using this little paint roller. So remember that as well. And I'm going to make this watermelon a little smaller. I'm going to get rid of that one. You guys, if you want to, and you want to make some watermelons small, and you want to make a section of bigger watermelons, you can do that too. So Command C, Command V. I can probably fit, I'm just going to do 3 this time, and 2 of this one, Command C, Command V. If you're on a PC, that's Control. Let's see, yeah, Control on a PC. So position, and I'm going to tidy those up. I am going to group them. I want to make sure, because see how that says center? That's telling me that those and middle, center would be the center of the page, but middle tells me those watermelons are not in the middle from here to here because it's not grayed out. So, whoops, I said that backwards. Let's center them. Center them in the page. Middle is the middle of the page. Then these two, I am going to align the tops. And you see, I don't have the options like I did for these horizontally and vertically. That's because there's 3. If there's just 2, it doesn't give you the option horizontally or vertically. So I want to group these together. I want to center them here. I'm going to move them up just a tiny bit. And you can also see the purple lines. If you don't want to use the position tool, and you want to, if you don't want to use this tool, all you have to do is drag, and the purple lines, I forget what they call these. I call them guides, but then you can click and drag, Command C, Command V, and you can move these down, and it will line them up for you if you don't want to use this position tool here. All right, so that is how you make Royal Icing transfer templates in Canva. It's super easy. I'm going to go right now, and I'm going to move this to the folder. I think I already did, but I'm going to do it again just in case. It won't hurt anything if you do it again. I can't remember because I've been talking so much. Then I'm going to go back home, and there is the flip-flop RI transfer. Here's my working copy. So my working copy, again, if I just want to start fresh, I'll just click this and make a copy. And you've always got this one in here. So let me show you the one with the grids just in case. I'm going to make a copy of the one with the grids. And here it is, copy of grid Royal Icing transfer template. And so this one, oh, whoops, I don't want to drag that over. Let me click, I got to click right here. You can click on the pencil or just on the text. This one, well, come on. I'm going to use my back key. Okay, let's make this one the popsicle. Okay. And I'm going to click to open it. Remember, it was a copy, so I didn't run my original. Here are the grids. And basically, you guys, let me show you. Oh, I need to show you how to find images that are already in here. We've been uploading our own. So when you're in here, if you click on apps, you can come right down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Pexels and Pixabay. Now, I haven't tried any of these other ones. This has content. You can use emojis. You can upload, I don't know what Pixton is, but Pexels, these are public domain images, and you may have a little trouble finding things, but there are some things in here. Click use because we want to use this app. And I want to search, let's just search the word popsicle since we called this popsicle. And I'm looking for clip art though. I'm not looking for images. See, these are like actual pictures. So I'm going to type in, oh, not clip art. And I'm not seeing any clip art in here. But hey, if you are making background images for social media and you type in sprinkles, look at the sprinkle pictures you can use. I use these all the time. You saw that in my phone wallpaper. I've used these before for social media posts. But that's Pexels. So now let's go to apps and let's try Pixabay because they have several. I'll click use. And I'm going to type in, it may be more limited. There we go. Pixabay is going to give you a lot more clip art. So maybe you want this one. I'll just use the one right at the top. There's your free, it's free in the public domain. I'm going to put this right here. Now, this is the one with the grids, remember? That is so that you can, these are an inch. These grids are an inch. Oh, and I'll show you how I found the grid too. So if I know that I want it to be, see there, that says 0.9, about an inch. See how that grid is an inch? That's pretty small. I don't know, you might want it a little bit bigger. Maybe you like your transfers small. I am going to click edit photo though, and shadows, because I want that outline around it. And I'm going to bump up that outline just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, go back here and out of here. Whoops. I want to show you though how I found that grid. If you have the free version of Canva, there is a workaround that I saw it actually on a YouTube video. You can search, not uploads, go to elements right here. And you can search elements, and there's this keyword or key text. Let me type it in here for you. BAAMOUJHOEC, and then whatever you're searching for, like the word dog. It actually has to say brand in front of it, like this, and then dog. And it's going to show you the free graphics. I'm going to click see all, and you're not going to get too many dogs here. What happens is you'll scroll down and you'll start to see the little crown, but all of these are free because you don't see the crown on them. But I put in the word dog and it really only brought 3 dogs up at the top, but these are free. There's a little bomb pop. So this will allow you to see the free images. You cannot, this is the kicker. If you have the free version of Canva, you can't filter, see this little button here? You can't filter by free images. If you have the paid version, you can filter the free images. That they want you to buy it, basically. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to clear this. And if you want to find an element within Canva, say, I'm going to type in, let me type in popsicle. Now, these are the Canva images. When you have elements selected, that's the Canva images. When you have apps selected and you select Pexels or Pixabay, those are free. You can upload those all day long for free. But when you're in elements, these are the images in Canva. Some are free, but not very many. So I'm going to search, let's try Popsicle Outline. Also, it's trying to get you here to purchase the paid version. Let's try Popsicle Outline and see all. Now you see all these crowns, and I hover and it says these are the pro version. Look, there's very few in here. Now that one it's ugly, but it's free. And that's what you'll find. The cute ones are not free. There's one that's a little more, it's an odd shape. I mean, you could use the shape of that, but I find it just as easy to use the app to upload the free ones, okay? So if you search elements here, and you can see I brought in this little pop earlier, these are, goodness, these are all going to be paid. So I would suggest going to Pixabay if you want cute little clip art. It's in the public domain and it's free. So now that we have this, Command C, Command V, and if you're just doing an inch, you can get quite a few of these across here. Like I said, you're the designer, you get control. All right, click and drag over all of those after pressing Command C and Command V. Position, I'm going to tidy those up, and I can see if I just want to glance at them on the grid, and that's the only reason I put the grid in there. You're going to have to get rid of that grid because it's going to print though before you go to print. So basically, it's easier just to not have the grid. I'm going to delete that grid, and then just make sure you group the ones that you've duplicated and aligned or tidied up. Command C, Command V. And then what happens when you select them all and then you click on the horizontal or vertical? It takes the mean, it takes the average, and it puts that distance between them. See how these three are close and these two are far apart? When I click and drag over them, I can click horizontally or vertically, and it doesn't necessarily space them as it should on the left hand side. If you click tidy up, it does. And there we go. There is our ice cream or popsicle, sorry, not ice cream, popsicle royal icing transfer template. Automatically go to file, save to folder, and put it in your royal icing transfers and click save, and you'll be able to find it easily. We can even click here to go to the folder. All right, let me see if you guys have any questions. And I'll go back to myself and I'll see if I can answer any questions you have. I'm not seeing any. What size did I make them? The whole template, Donna, is 8. Let me go back to me here so I can talk to you. The whole size of the template is 8.5 by 11. It's paper size. If you're talking about the transfers, that's basically up to you. I made some of them 1 inch. I made some of them 1.5 inches. If it was going to be on a bigger cookie. The golf green, I actually made that even bigger because I thought, well, that's going to need to cover, a pretty big portion on your cookie. So it's entirely up to you how big you want to make those. And I saw that Mike said, watch out because they want you to purchase it and they trick you. That can happen. Yep. Is there somewhere I can create a free logo? So Linda, let me go back in here and see. Canva creates awesome logos. It's, other people may have a similar logo because so many people create their logos in here, but you can create a logo in Canva. So someone asked, why doesn't the popsicle image show? Yes, because it takes just a little bit, probably on their server, it takes a little bit of time for it to register that you've changed the image. And so it might take a little bit before it shows up in that small thumbnail. I find that happens quite a bit. So yes, logos. Mike says he's used Canva for their logos. A lot of people use Canva for their logo. And if you are in Canva, you'll see, and you can even search logo. And a lot of various logos will pop up and their images are editable. You can edit their images. If you see a logo that you like, you can possibly change the text to yours. If you've created your logo in another software and you want to bring it into Canva and put it in one of their images already. And let me see here if I can, hang on just a second. Hold on. I may be able to show you. Let me see if I can get my... Okay. Let me go back here to Canva. All right, so what I did here, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to go home again. And right up here, what will you design today? If you type, and this is totally off subject from our Royal Icing transfer templates. I am going to go back and show you how to save those. I think I did show you how to save those, but I'm going to show you how to preview them on your computer. But I will show you this real quickly. When you're in here, you can search your projects or you can search templates from Canva. So if you type in the word logo and you're on templates, this is going to show you all the various logos in here, and you can see the crowns, which means these are paid versions, and you can create a logo from within here. That says paid. You know, these are pro, and you can create a blank logo here. So you certainly can create your own logo in Canva. A lot of people use Canva to create invitations. They create, oh my gosh, your possibilities are endless. Let me just say that. Okay, so that's how you would search for logos to create, or you can create a blank logo right here. Look, there's 63,000 templates. All right, so let me show you one more thing here. I'm not sure it's gonna pop up. Let me see if it's gonna, oh, yep, okay, good, it popped up. All right, so if I'm in this folder, and you can see all of my Royal Icing transfer templates that I've created in here, and I want to preview those without actually opening them. You see how I have these zipped up? Well, when you download the ones from the link that I've provided, that Melinda typed in for you or that you received later, it's zipped up. I zipped them so that I could transfer it to people more quickly, and it's a smaller file size. This is the phone wallpaper I did yesterday. I believe I may be able to add these to the files in the Facebook group. I'll try. But here's the flip-flop RI transfer. I don't have to open it and take the time for my computer to open this file. I can click on it one time and press the space bar on my computer, and it gives me a preview of the file. I use this all the time because sometimes I don't want to open a file. I just want to see what's in it and decide if I want to open it. Here is the wallpaper, the phone wallpaper that I shared yesterday. I created these in Canva from Melinda's images that she gave us. I went ahead and added those to the size I needed to show you at the beginning of the slide. Here's the one I created. I did this in Canva. I do everything in Canva. I used to use Photoshop and other things, but I don't anymore. Here's the Royal Icing transfer template that has the 4 pages, and you can see the 4 pages over here. All I did was click on it once, press the space bar, and you can do this on any computer, and I can preview what is in here. All right, so let me show you now. Oops, I want to go back to that. And I want to show you what I have saved here. And I'm actually going to open this flip-flop transfer by double-clicking. And my computer is going to open it. I can click print. And I did want to show you, point out one thing here. It says actual size or fit. Either one of these will work. If you're looking here at this, actual size makes it a little bit bigger. Fit shrinks. So if you choose fit, it's going to shrink your Royal Icing transfer probably a little bit. And it's going to make it a little bit smaller. But I usually just leave mine on actual size. And I can print it in grayscale if I want to, but I'm going to print this in color. And I'm going to close this. I will go back to me again, and I'll show you what this looks like. Hang on, give me just a second while it's printing. So I hope you enjoyed this today. If you would like to follow me on social media, it's The Colorful Cookie on Facebook. It's at The Colorful Cookie on Instagram. It's also Cookie-A-Thon on Instagram, Cookie-A-Thon, Cookie-A-Thon on Instagram. I have a Cookie-A-Thon Facebook group where we have thousands, over, let's see, I think 22,000 members. And they're very helpful, and people share their cookies all the time, and I also share those cookies on the Colorful Cookie Facebook page. But I would hope that you'll follow me. If you're interested in joining the Colorful Cookie Club, where I teach everything, cutters, stencils, tags, toppers, Silhouette Studio, Cricut Design Space, 3D printing, you can join us there. That opens in June. But here is the Royal Icing transfer template that we created. Super fast, super easy, and all for free. Didn't cost a thing. Check out that Art Hub because they have tons of clip art and they have freebies every single day. Well, let me see if you have any questions here before I go. I think I've got a couple more minutes. Oh, Royal Icing transfer templates coming soon to the Cookie-A box. Awesome, Mike. One thing, oh yeah, to keep an eye on with it. They love giving you free trials. Yeah, I long time ago had a free trial when I very first started using Canva. I clicked on the button, didn't know that I had signed up for the trial. And then I went back and I started another account and I paid for it, and I was confused as to which account was which. And I was working in both accounts because it was automatically logging me in. So I know what you're talking about. Donna, and she means everything. Yes, I teach everything. Donna is a founding club member. She's been in there all 5 years we've had the Colorful Cookie Club. And Donna has learned, she has mastered it all. Every single thing. Donna has learned how to do it all. Cutters, stencils, you name it, she does it. All right, you're welcome, Josh. Cookie-A-Thon is a 4-day cookie decorating event in the Cookie-A-Thon Facebook group. It's free every single day. Each video is there for 24 hours. We have cookie artists from around the world who share their talents with you. It's huge and it's fun. You learn so much in those 4 days back to back. It's like a marathon. However, we also provide access on the Cookie-A-Thon website, cookie-a-thon.com, access to those tutorials for 1 full year, plus the supply list with the links, the downloads, cookie cutters, stencils, printables, templates, everything you can imagine that go along with the tutorial. We provide those files on the website too for All Access Pass holders. So people can purchase the All Access Pass, and we are already working on Holiday Cookie-A-Thon. It's going to be huge and it's going to be fantastic. All right. Okay, Julie, you're going to have to look at it for sure. Yes, thank you, Mike. I love Cookie-A-Thon. I love my club. I love what I get to do every single day. And I'm so thankful that, dropping my phone. I'm so thankful that God gives me this opportunity to reach cookiers and to help cookiers and to encourage them to keep doing what they love. I'm so thankful for that. So you guys have a good day. I'm actually almost right at an hour. I'm good at talking. I'm good at teaching. I'm good at explaining. And I always tell everybody, I always say I can design stencils till the cows come home. Well, I can design just about anything till the cows come home because I can think of a million ideas from one simple image. And that's what I love to do. So thank you for watching today. Thank you, Melinda, for hosting this event. I'm so glad that you asked me to participate. It was fun. And I hope that you guys learned something new that will help you further your cookie business or your hobby, whichever you do it for, hobby, business, whatever. I hope that you have fun with it. And thank you for watching today. Bye-bye.